The UN's Refugee Agency says more than 1,000 refugees from Sudan have reached or attempted to reach Europe since the year began. It says the number is more than double last year's figures for the same period. Officials suggest the trend is partly due to shrinking aid in the region, leading to increased desperation among the refugees.
Over 70,000 Sudanese refugees have arrived in Uganda, and others continue to attempt dangerous crossings to reach Europe. While the number of Sudanese arriving in Europe remains low, arrivals increased by 38% year-on-year in the first 2 months of 2025. We fear many more will have little choice but to join them.
The UN's Human Rights Office says the warring parties in Sudan have committed widespread abuse of human rights. It says the failure of the international community to act has allowed more violence to take place, increasing the suffering of people across the country. CGTN's David Mbithe reports.
The ongoing conflict in Sudan has caused what many aid agencies now call the largest humanitarian crisis on the planet. Thousands have lost their lives and millions have been displaced from their homes by the fighting between the army and the rival rapid support forces that has been going on since April of 2023.
The Sudanese are trapped in a humanitarian crisis of industrial proportions. 2 out of 3 people need aid. That's 30 million people.
The UN says Sudan is also the only place in the world where famine has currently been confirmed. And this is only the 3rd famine to be classified this century.
Today, 25 million people, or 1 in 2 Sudanese, cannot put food on their plates. 2 years of war has turned Sudan into the world's largest hunger catastrophe, and famine is spreading.
Heavy fighting has leveled towns and cities and claimed thousands of lives since the conflict erupted. But a more sinister side to the conflict has been the widespread sexual violence, largely blamed on the RSF.
Sexual violence remains pervasive across Sudan. Women and girls have been raped, gang raped, sexually exploited and abducted for sex on a large scale since the conflict began.
One survivor recounted that she was told, "We are your men now," before RSF fighters raped her in front of her children.
The UN says the conflict has been marked by complete disregard for the laws of warfare from the outset. Healthcare facilities, power plants, water stations and populated areas have been targeted by the warring parties. Just this month, the RSF targeted a major power plant in the country, causing widespread blackouts in Khartoum and nearby areas.
In the past 2 years, WHO has verified 156 attacks on health, causing more than 300 deaths and over 270 injuries among either patients or healthcare workforce.
With 80% of hospitals in conflict areas not functioning, maternal deaths have risen alarmingly, and 80% of the displaced women and girls in Sudan lack access to clean water.
And the UN says the latest cuts in humanitarian funding have put critical relief programs across Sudan at risk as the conflict enters its 3rd year. Many Sudanese are hoping that peace will be restored soon so that they can start rebuilding their shattered lives. David Mbithe, CGTN.